Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Inmate to Roommate Season 1, Episode 7, Doors Locked. Y'all ready to get into this? Let's do it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can't make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family, one of the best families on the YT. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. I want to thank you all so much for waiting on me. I was having a little technical difficulties, okay? And so I couldn't be with you immediately, but thank you all so much for waiting. If I had to rate this episode of Inmate to Roommate, Season 1, Episode 7, Doors Locked, I will rate this episode a B minus. Let me know down in the comments section what you would rate this episode. Child, this was off the hook a little bit. Yeah, it was. It was a little bit off the hook. I'm hoping you all can hear me good. I had my computer in the other room while talking with the members. And so, when you bring it back over into that stable place, sometimes it's a little off, right? So if it's off, to my moderators, just send me a text message and let me know. I have my phone sitting right here. Matter of fact, let me turn the ringer off on it in case somebody call. But anyway, y'all, this week was a little different. And we're going to talk about it. The first couples that I want to talk about is Kyle, Sandra, and what is his name? I always forget his damn name. Anyway, they're all at the house, and of course we know last week that Nick, that's his name, that Nick had went out and brought a new car with no license, no insurance, no anything. And so they had to talk to him about that. And, he made a decision that he was going to, change his ways and go and get all of those things that was necessary. When asked where did he get the money from, he said that he had invested in some crypto and did some investments. And so, he had some money on the side. And so they have given him house rules for him to live by. But they're right now at the beginning of Mardi Gras. And so, of course, Kyle and Sandra are going to be going to Mardi Gras. And Sandra asks, Nick, whether or not he thought that this was something that he could do, right, responsibly. They keep showing over and over his arrest when this man was on all kinds of drugs and alcohol. What do you mean, can he do this, like on his own and be successful with it? Hell no. Hell no, he can't. I mean, what a dumbass question to ask. He gonna get, toe up at Mardi Gras. It is what it is. And hopefully he has enough in him to not make this a habit. But I'm looking at Kyle and Sandra. Okay, wait a minute. First of all, I know that Nick isn't a kid, right? I know that he's not a child, but they are examples. They bring him into the house. They got all of they sat down with him and put all these rules in place for him to be able to follow. And yet and still they're encouraging him in some way, in my opinion, to go to the Mardi Gras, where people are toe up, twisted, butt naked, breasticates out, beads flying, and all kinds of. And they're going to ask him whether or not he can do this responsibly. And I'm saying, but the two of you all are trying to make it appear that you have this perfect life, this drug-free, drink-free life. And it doesn't seem like they living out what they want Nick to do. So anyway, they decide to go to the Mardi Gras. Nick is with them and everything, and he dips out on them and says he's going to the bathroom. So of course, when he dipped out, not only did he have a couple of hurricanes, he got him a new chick. He just picked up a rando off the street and brought the rando to the house. He brought the rando to the house. And when the rando got up in the morning, she was in the refrigerator. Bitch, I said, you can't make this stuff up. First of all, you're not going to bring some random chick that you meet at the Mardi Gras, bang her in my house. And then this bitch gonna get up in the morning and be in my refrigerator. And not only was she in the refrigerator, she sat her ass down on the sofa and had her feet up on the table. Bitch, do you know where you are? You are at my house. You don't come up in my house and put your nasty, dirty feet all up on somebody. Like, girlfriend had a serious bag packed. She had a bag packed. So was she a rando or no? Was this a hookup or no? I was like, this bitch is up in the morning in the Frigidaire, as they used to call it back in the day. And they like, And then Kyle gonna go to the refrigerator and point at the rules. First of all, bitch, y'all knew when he went to Mardi Gras that everything and anything could happen, except for bringing a bitch back to the house. And I just think that that's dirty when men do that. It's almost like dogs or stray dogs or stray cats just bringing somebody back to their little lair in the alley in the back of the convenience store, like in a fast food restaurant where they go throw the trash out and they eat the trash together, bitch. And you know what I'm saying? Just meow, meow, roo, roo, roo. Get this nasty, animalistic to me when people do stuff like that. It's one thing to have a one night stand and take the bitch to the hotel, but to bring her back to your house, you don't know nothing about her. You don't know, I'm just, okay, Auntie, think it, but don't say it, bitch. Think it, but don't say it, Auntie. Okay? Think it, but don't say it. So anyway, he brings this girl back and everything, and he sends her out in the morning, and, they ask him what did he do, and he admitted to the fact that, he did, have a couple of hurricanes and stuff like that, but he had already indicated that, one thing turns into another, drinking turns into, smoking weed, and then weed goes into, stronger drugs. And they always say that weed is like a passway of a pass. Is it a passway drug? I think that's what they call weed. Where it just kind of leads you into other things. One day you smoking hookah and the next day, you. Auntie, shut the fuck up. Shut the whole fuck up. Because I'm tempted to say some stuff and I'm dead ass wrong. So I just need to kind of shut up. Right? Okay. So enough of them. The next couple I want to talk about is Quinn, Ariel, and Tiffany. Ariel is taking Tiffany for motherfucking bad. And I really, at first, I was feeling some kind of way about Tiffany, bitch. But the more she opened up her mouth, the more I say she deserves exactly what she get. First of all, you don't dog Quinn out. You don't put Quinn out of the damn apartment for another random. Some bitch that you bringing in from jail, and then you kick Quinn the fuck out. And Quinn is pissed because she sees that Tiffany is being taken advantage of. And Tiffany is standing outside of the monkey club cussing Quinn out. Bitch, help me understand that. Okay, so they decided that, they're going to go and hook up and go out to a club and everything. So before they went out to the club, Tiffany was talking big about, how she paid the bills. Can you pay my telephone bill? Can you pay my automobile? And I'm just going to sit still. Like, this girl is coming into the house. She's not contributing to anything. She went away. She came back. She put Quinn the fuck out. And now this girl is in there. She spent, time in jail for doing, identity theft, credit card fraud, bitch, whatever electronic transaction this bitch could do, she was doing. So now she's brought her back into the house, and the girl is like taking advantage of her, in my opinion. Okay. And so they go to the club and everything because, they celebrating and all of that kind of stuff. And then they get up to the club, and this broke bitch is buying $350 Patron bottles. This bitch is up in the club making it rain. She up at the daggone bartender. At the bar, and talking about some keep the change. Bitch, if it was $350, what did you give them? $360, $310, $340, $100? What change did they keep, bitch? She is up in the club and she is making it rain like it ain't nothing up in here. So Quinn is like, okay, I thought the bitch didn't have no money. Here I am, ass out on the street. Y'all excuse my language, but I got to cuss through this show, okay? Just let me cuss through this show. I'm going to try not to cuss through all of them because I owe y'all videos back to back. So this just might be the night of all cussing and cut. I just may cuss through all of it. Okay, I got my necklace on. You know what I'm saying? I got my favorite hat on. Bitch, I just might cuss through the whole thing. So excuse me, okay? Because it's just, I turn this into a rant, okay? Or going off, okay? I went off. But bitch, these people are getting worse and worse. So Quinn was like, she using my girl, she talking about she paying all the rent and all everything, and the girl in here making it rain. So Quinn was like, we going outside, we gonna handle this. So they go outside and everything, and they fussing and everything back and forth because Quinn was like, bitch, you using Tiffany. You done came up in here and you done turned our whole life around. And Tiffany jumps up in Quinn's face and was like, Quinn, say it to me, don't say it to her. And so Aria was like, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of this. I had to deal with all of this, but I was in jail for 4 years. Quinn said, bitch, you brought that on your own self. Don't sit up and here, whatever. So at the end of the day, Tiffany stands up in Quinn's face, who's defending her, and rightfully so, and says, I don't want to deal with none of y'all bitches. I'll cut both of y'all off. Let me tell you something, Tiffany. You ain't never said a word, boo, because I would have backstroke up out that and kept it pushing and kept it moving and everything else. Because at this point, you don't respect Quinn. And this girl hustling you. And then when Quinn says something, that it's true. And then you going to sit up there and say something to the girl the next day. The fuck you wait for? You acknowledge the fact that she was popping bottles too. When she gets back home and she's like, the girl, like, I ain't trying to be a burden on you. I just was trying to make everybody happy. She said, well, where the fuck you get the money from? She said, from my stimulus check. Plus my parents gave me some money. So, bitch, when was you going to help pay a light bill around this mother? When was you going to help put groceries up in here? What about the gas bill, the water bill, everything that make this run? You ain't had $50, $500 towards the goddamn. And I'm just saying, how the fuck did she earn a stimulus check, bitch? I can't. How the fuck did she get a stimulus check? You mean to tell me that these people that's incarcerated, when they come out, they coming out to stimulus checks, bitch? Well, we got our stimulus checks. It look like the poofed away. Auntie, Think it. But bitch, don't say it. Think it. But don't say it. Because I was one and done. If you got extra money, pay the around here. But see, the thing about it is Tiffany deserved what she getting because she not putting no damn rules in place. Every rule she got, the bitch is breaking it and don't give a fuck about breaking it either. And always got an excuse why the hell the rule is broken. The fuck? But you don't value your friendship with Quinn. That's the thing that's getting to me. Because if that was one of my girlfriends, I would cut her the off. Quinn don't need to be with Tiffany. And I know that's her girl, and I know that's her raw dog, and it's probably hard for her to, but I'm going to tell you right now, somebody disrespect me like that and put me ass out on the curb for some girl from prison. And then Tiffany keeps saying, I can't go through this. I got too much to lose. Well, bitch, you should have thought about that before you signed the permission slip for her to come on a field trip in your house. You should have looked over all the little fine tooth. Come on. What do you mean now all of a sudden you can't deal with this and this ain't something you want to bring into your life and you got too much to lose and you got a business and all? You ain't think about that before you signed it? Or was you looking at the paycheck coming from A&E? Because you sure ain't able to, talk about what your real business is. Your online. Just dumb it in a. Think it, Auntie. But don't say it. Javon. Steven and Miss Artie, bitch. Miss Artie is still dragging that ass around. She ain't heard from this month, Javon, since he went to go and with his daughter. He called her on a humble and told her that it didn't go good. Because you's a no good, low down, dirty, good for nothing son of a bitch. And a little girl picked up on your vibe, okay? And said, I don't fuck with you. Period. Okay? Like I said, I'm cussing tonight. If you can't handle it, roll on out. Because I'm cussing through this. Oh, yeah, I'm cussing. This month, don't call her back. She calling him on the phone. He telling her he getting ready to come home. So her and her son, Steven, decide that they're going to have dinner with this mother. And so they wait on him to come. She done had it delivered to the house. She even set the motherfucking table. Now, it looked like a piece of but she said it nonetheless. She said, bitch, I'm bringing out the good china. So she brings out the good china and everything, got the little napkins and a fork and a knife and everything, sitting on top of it because, they got it from Grubhub. Grubhub brought it. And her and the son sitting around there and they waiting on him. He don't show the fuck up. She done called this bitch 50 times. He ain't picked up the phone. So the son was like, Steve was like, I ain't going to sit up here and wait on this month. I'm about to eat. So she called Javon on the phone and was like, look, mom, where you at? It don't make no sense you ain't picked up the phone. Unless you did, bitch, you could have picked the phone up. But he been disrespecting her from day one because if you're supposed to be probation and your ass right here and you're not here, I'm going to be like Dr. Henry, bitch, I'm calling. I'm not covering you because I don't know what you're doing and how much of it I'm going to be responsible for you, mother. So they sit down and eat and everything, busted little dishes and everything from the carry-out. What is going on with this? Busted dishes from the carry-out and everything. And they go on the bed and they do them because the mother ain't show up. So here it is, 1:15 in the morning and the producers is outside. They like, where the fuck you been? Where you been, Javon? He been with her but a day and a half, bitch. He comes up in the house. Everybody sleep. Even the mouse. And he on somebody's motherfucking door. Lean over. grab, clip. Bitch, what? Lean over. It's 115. Lean over. Pull. Grab. Grab. Who the fuck is at the door? Who at the door? Who's at the... Who? Who's at the door? Bitch, what? 1:15 in the morning? Oh, we grabbing off the night table. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. We're making it clank. So Steven opened up the door and like, the fuck is you coming up and banging on my mother's door at 1:15 in the morning? But prior to that, she sat her ass down there with Steve and told her son that she was going to give him a key to the house. The son was like, what the fuck for, Mom? She said, because so he won't be knocking on the door. Then she said, well, I don't trust him like that. Well, Mama, which one is it? Do you trust him like that or no? He banging on the door. Steven was like, what's going on with you? He was like, I'm coming in here. You know, I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry. This was 12 hours ago, mother, when you were supposed to have been eating. And now you coming at 1:15 in somebody's a house in the hood, and you knocking on the door. Don't you know all the neighbors can hear you knocking, you mother? And he act like he paying mortgage. He acting like he done burnt the mortgage on the house, bitch. He coming up in there telling the son, I ain't got ass enough and you got to say I'm a grown-ass man and I'm hungry than a motherfucker. I'm hungry Jack up in this month. Okay? Auntie, calm down. He coming up at somebody's house and he demanding to eat and he walking around this month like he done burnt the mortgage. And he got the nerve to say, this my house too. Bitch, you ain't did nothing in here to make this your house, nor your month home. And you talking about somebody made two things click or something unconnected? And Miss Artie is upstairs with the bad back, like the son said. The son said she got the bad back disease, bitch. And you coming up in my house like that? Miss Artie came down that steps, leaning on the rail, like the everlasting arms of God. And she said, what the hell is going on down here? They up in the kitchen. Steven stood up in front of the refrigerator and said, bitch, don't nobody eat up in here at 1:15. We sat around here waiting on your ass. He said, matter of fact, I had to wait to eat my damn food. You ain't gonna come up in here at 1:15 and eat. They over there tussling. And he telling him he hungry. This his house. Javon, you don't own up in here, not even the drawers on your ass. Miss Artie was like, hold on, you ain't nobody eating in here. In the morning. She backed the son up like I thought she should, though. Straight up. When the argument was going on, she backed the son up. Not like I thought she should. This month goes in the refrigerator, take the daggone lasagna and the food that they done brought for him and throw it on the floor. Miss Artie said, you ain't got to go home, but you going to have to get the hell up out of here. Her and that son was like, get out of here. He told me he a grown man. Well, grown men act responsibly. Grown men take care of their business. Grown men honor their word. Because your word, Javon, at this point is all you got. And bitch, right now, you're whispering. Don't nobody hear you have to say. Because your actions are contradictory and you's a mother. And to top it off, you's an ugly, dirty looking mother. You look dirty than a bitch. You look like you've been sleeping. Bitch. Bitch. Needless to say, he got put the fuck out. The next person that needs to get put the fuck out is Bill. Bill has been on an interviewing path. He been interviewing with everybody. He's a using mother, in my opinion. You ain't gonna get me. Oh no. Cause I ain't hungry and I ain't thirsty for your dusty ass, you lying bastard. Bill was a whole motherfucking con man, in my opinion. He ain't changed one little lick. Only thing he did was got wickeder and wiser, in my motherfucking opinion. He sat his ass up there last week and said that this woman, who damn near looked like she wearing a straitjacket every goddamn day, is walking around in lingerie and he got a videotape. You lying mother. She looked like she wraps herself up in a damn straitjacket before she go to bed, bitch. With a turtleneck up underneath that mother. And a marked one at that. Who the fuck looking at this show? Y'all excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Who in the hell thinks that she even got lace on her bras or her drawers? Everything she wearing around that is tighty whitey. It's missionary style. She wearing them bras that make you look like you got arrows for breast kiss. Ain't nothing sexy about Shauna. Nothing. From her voice down to her ass crack. Her damn drawers is probably coming up to her neck, bitch. And you gonna sit up there and say that this damn woman wants you, Bill, when you look at every bit of like the penguin off of is it Batman, bitch? All you need is an umbrella and a bow tie, mother. Are you crazy? Who the is attracted to you other than Mary? And then Mary lips look like, bitch, somebody had taken one of them whack. That's Auntie's auntie. Ooh, you probably need to get up and walk a little bit. Auntie, I think you need to walk. Auntie, you need to walk. The way that Shauna talks, the way that Shauna acts, I refuse to allow any dumb mother to convince me any different that this woman is barely even giving it to her husband. The fuck? There's no way in the world that this woman is walking around this penguin and want anything from him, because by the size of his hand and his feet, Bill ain't working with much. Okay. He will have to do an OnlyFans, and somebody will have to slip me a pic for me to even think and imagine that it's bigger than this, bitch. He's, in my opinion, a manipulator. Every daggone thing. Let me tell you, he's done some interviews, right? I can't even get through a good 2 minutes of it because he's a lying. And plus, he's sitting up there with these damn women over talking the Got him. He don't answer the questions. When he answer them, he answering them politically. He's selling his, and they dumb enough to sit their asses out there and let this man make them look like a fool on their own. Who has somebody on their channel and let them make them look like a motherfucker fool? Gotta hear. He gets up in the morning and he's supposed to be going to see Mary. But the mother can't take an Uber. Bitch, you acting like a kindergartner. Let me go ahead on and fasten your booster seat. Because you ain't got no height on you anyway, so I know you sitting on phone books, bitch. Couple of suitcases so you can look out the window. Auntie. If you don't calm your ass down. Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark. Mother. Sometimes people could be so stupid. He goes out there and he's talking big to Mark in the car and telling Mark that he's going out here with Mary and he's going to marry her. Good. But from my understanding, they wouldn't even let her film. Did y'all notice that when he went to California, you ain't see nothing about her but a motherfucking picture? They didn't even think that she was worthy enough to be on the camera, bitch. They should have showed them doing this, that, knick-knack, paddywhack, and give a dog a bone, and you never saw her ass. Because from my understanding, it may not be true, and it may be true, but from my understanding, they told the bitch she couldn't even film. They didn't even approve her to have her motherfucking face on the screen. And he out there in California or wherever the hell he is, looking like an idiot by himself in every frame. Because you think that everybody gullible enough to believe your bull. Everybody ain't gullible. You ain't seen nothing about her, but only thing you saw was a picture of her, and her lips look like this, bitch. I said if she blow them up again, they gonna bust, honey, and everybody gonna get helium exposure. Kind of is going on with her mouth. And he gonna sit there and talk all that stuff to Mark in the car, and he can't even drive his own self. Because they need a parental permission for him to get in no Uber. Fucking child. He up in these people's house and he ain't contributing. But then he goes out to go and visit Mary, and he eating lobster tails and crabs and all this kind of stuff and talking about make us free. And they're going to tell him that he get married and everything, but he ain't get invited because they fucked it up. Which one was it? You came up in them people's house and wrecked them people's house. And then Mark's bitch ass got the opportunity. They had the girlfriend come over there. They tell the girlfriend of all the stuff. Shauna sits there and says, I'm in fear because this mother is accusing me of doing some things that I ain't did and I ain't even think to do, that I don't even do with my own husband. She said, I don't even do this with my husband. We sleep in 2 separate rooms. And the girl was like, put that mother out. Put Bill out. And Shauna like, I'm in fear of what he's going to accuse me of next. Can you imagine opening your door to a mother and they lying on you like this? Because I don't believe Bill saying. And then he going around talking about Mark eat meat? Who wants a man like this in their house, in their presence, on their channel? That's why I'm glad I came up in this YouTube game. not having to prove to nobody. I walk in my own lane. I fulfill my own destiny. I walk in my own purpose. And bitch, I don't need nobody come up on my channel and feed me a whole bunch of bull just to be sensational or anything like that. I run the way I want to. I got my daggone nieces and my nephews with me. And honey, we rise in the comment section and we make it do what it can do over here. I don't have to do that. Because I ain't selling out for nobody, especially a mother like Bill, who will be gone in the next couple of episodes. And then I got to have that cruddy line on my channel. I will private that with the stuff that he's doing to these people and making it seem like he ain't responsible for. The very first episode, Bill was in my comment section, and he was on in my email, and I didn't bite. I ain't bite. If I want to talk to anybody, it's gonna be Mark and Shauna. Because while they not innocent and they pettied in a month, okay, I want to know what really happened with this mother. So they decide that they're gonna call somebody. The little girlfriend hook them up and they call. And she asks about the possibility, what would happen and what would not happen if they put Bill the fuck out. Mark is saying that he's concerned about whether or not Bill got somewhere to go. I would not give two rat asses. This mofo talk disrespectful to me and make these accusations about my wife, and you think I give a fuck about where you go? I cussed Mark out. When I saw that on that television, I had to pause. I said, this willy back, jelly back mother is concerned about Bill and not Shauna. And the next thing you know, they up there praying. What you praying for? Why are you asking God to do something you need to do yourself? God gives us wisdom and discernment of spirit, and you mean to tell me you got to sit there across the bed from your wife and pray about it? That means that you are unable to understand when God is speaking to you through persons, places, or things, bitch. Because Bill's conduct up in your house, Mark, don't need you to pray. You don't need to pray about that shit. You just need to do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Be a man. Step the fuck up. Now, Shauna's a whole lot of stuff. Now, I'll drag her too. But this week, she don't need to be dragged. She need to be supported by her fucking husband. Ain't no way in the world I would stay in a relationship with Mark. I don't know. I think that, I need to give him another chance and I don't want to see him hungry. Fuck that! Me sitting up here talking about, bitch, I can't. I ain't gonna be able to do it. I just ain't gonna be able to do it. This is the end of my review. I done cussed through this. I don't think I've cussed this much in 20 years. But I done cussed through this video, and I apologize if it's your first time being here. I curse, but I usually don't cuss like this. Okay, I curse, but I usually don't cuss like this. But this episode had me off the kizzle for nizzle, for shizzle. I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much for watching this rant. I love y'all to pieces. And until next time, y'all, deuces.